Welcome to the channel. This is the late 90s kid. Today we're going to be discussing why Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is the greatest character in all of Dragon Ball. Now I did a recent video where I ranked every single Super Saiyan transformation, so you should have a look at that. But let me just give you a gist of it. Obviously we have the legendary Super Saiyan transformation, and then after that we had Super Saiyan 2, which was great, and a couple of transformations which were okay, but for the most part we had Super Saiyan 3, the strongest Super Saiyan transformation at the end of Dragon Ball Z, which was dead, accomplishing nothing. We had Super Saiyan Blue in Dragon Ball Super, also really not achieving anything, and was quite normalized, just like Super Saiyan at that time, with every other character almost achieving a similar level of power within a few minutes. Now let's go to GT, the strongest Super Saiyan form there, one of the best Super Saiyan forms. I think it might be some people's number one, but in my opinion it's the second one, just behind the original Super Saiyan form, the form of legends. Obviously we have Super Saiyan 4, the strongest Super Saiyan transformation of the Dragon Ball anime run. Yes, some people's gonna say GT is not canon, some people's gonna say GT is canon, while it's part of the anime continuity, which means technically it is sort of canon. And Super Saiyan 4 was an absolute menace, with Goku fighting against baby Vegeta. Goku just wasn't strong enough and he transformed into the Golden Ozaru, and after that he transformed into the form of legend Super Saiyan 4, showing off a new level of power through all series of Dragon Ball at that time. The pinnacle of Saiyan power, the look, the power. Super Saiyan 4 was just perfect, and to this day is the best looking Super Saiyan transformation of all time. With the Saiyans going back to their roots, growing their tail, this form was perfect. And we know the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta, has to keep up with Goku. Yes, he did it a bit cheaply with the aid of Palmer, but he was the second person to achieve Super Saiyan 4. So we had Goku in the left corner and Vegeta in the right. Two absolute beasts, legendary Saiyan warriors, both with Super Saiyan 4 fighting against Omega Shenron, and both individually just weren't strong enough. So what did they do? The two of them fused, creating the strongest character in Dragon Ball history, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And the power of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was next level. I mean, Goku and Vegeta were struggling individually against Omega Shenron, and let me tell you, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was said to have enough power to completely annihilate Omega Shenron at any time, and they didn't, because they were a bit too cocky, a bit too arrogant, but that doesn't take away from the extreme level of power. I mean, these were the OGs. They attacked and caused damage to Omega Shenron by just looking at him. Yes, we had Jiren stopping the Spirit Bomb in Dragon Ball Super, but I mean, come on. They were throwing hands, and Omega Shenron looked like a complete fool competing against these guys, and this was probably the biggest beatdown in Dragon Ball history. I mean, truly, Omega Shenron, the strongest villain in Dragon Ball history up to that point, got completely destroyed by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, putting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta many tiers above Omega Shenron into a class all by himself, cementing himself as the strongest Dragon Ball character in history, and it would stay like that for almost 2 decades before the renaissance of Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball Battle of Gods came almost 20 years later. And even then it's still debatable which is stronger, Dragon Ball Super scaling or Dragon Ball GT. We're not quite sure. Some people definitely say it's Super, but if we just look at the guidebooks, volume 2 of the GT Perfect files, that stated that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta had limitless power, which means he only grows and grows and grows. And at the end of this, Gogeta, in my opinion, was so strong he could have easily erased the entire universe if he wanted to. I mean, Omega Shenron was about to destroy the entire universe anyways. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could have done something ever so similar. And with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being the strongest character for such a long period of time, obviously we had the games on PS2 and everybody wanted to play as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta once they unlocked it, of course, which was quite late into the game, but everybody wanted to be him, as he was clearly the strongest character of all time. And being brought up with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as the strongest throughout my childhood, and not only is he the strongest character of all time, he is recognized in my mind as the greatest character in all of Dragon Ball. So yes, you can have your transformations in Dragon Ball Super, your Super Saiyan God, your Super Saiyan Blue times Kaioken stacked on top of that, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, whatever form's gonna come next. Give me your Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Ultra Instinct, Perfect Fusion of Gogeta. They still don't stand up to the power of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. If you like this video, give it a like, leave your comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel for more content like this.